others. When I was little, my dad was playful and silly even. Might be hard to imagine. When he would tuck me in, he would let me one-up him in saying, I love you. It would start out, I love you. I love you more. I love you boxcars full. I love you ships full. I love you skyscrapers full. Running out of options, I would finally counter, I love you all. And he let me win. We had a sailboat when I was little, and I learned to do exactly as I was told to the best of my ability. And I always felt safe. I know he still pulled me out of the water sometimes, at least once. But I remember once I was getting on the boat and my then favorite stuffed animal fell off the top of the bag. My dad caught it against the side of the hull of the boat. It wasn't a life or death situation, but he saved it. It was something that was special to me, and he was my hero. He built me beautiful furniture, a dollhouse, display shelves for my dolls and stuffed animals. When I was a teenager, I baked him cookies. His favorite were peanut butter cookies. And I called him Dad. It started as me responding to some dad joke or dad comment with a gentle teasing scorn. He asked me how many A's were in the dad. Like saying I love you all, it became a thing between us. When I was applying to college, he told me to consider a major that would mean I could get a job, such as accounting. I initially rejected the idea, thinking I was too cool, but after a couple years in college, I realized I was not too cool to be an accountant after all. In some ways, my dad and I are a lot alike. I saw the bottle of red wine that says introvert on it. That was very appropriate. When I was spending time with him just a few months ago, he jokingly said, hey, keep it down over there. We had both contentedly been reading quietly for a while and just kind of lost track of time, both contentedly with each other. I will say that many of my core values came from my father and some sayings. Measure twice, cut once. Loose lips sink ships. He was that close-lipped about everything, like Charlie said. He also said, he who has the gold makes the rules. As an accountant, that's not really sort of a value that I necessarily live by, but I did learn early in my career that it was important knowledge that money makes the world go round. And especially telling the truth, even under duress. That is something I learned from my father. It's not easy being a kid when your father is an FBI agent and you better not lie, so you just come out with the best answer. That has served me well in my career. My dad worked harder and smarter. He put in more effort, and like Charlie said, he really was about service. He did things not for personal gain, for those that he loved, for people in his community, his neighbors, and for the sake of doing a good job. He had an interesting life, an impressive career, and many talents, but he was my dad. I love you all, Dad.